Welcome back to Sleepy Barbecue. Today we're going to revisit refrigerator pickles. I'm going to do some refrigerator dill pickles this time, mainly because I am still growing some pickling pickles, but it's not the little, what I call gherkin style cucumber, pickling cucumbers. It's the short and fat, what you would cut up, slice up, and make it to spears. So because of that, I'm going to make some dill pickles, but the rest of them are going to be the refrigerator pickles. I like what I did last year. I'm sure I'm not going to do something like someone's grandmother did. I did watch some videos. Craig from Behind the Garage Barbecue. Craig's a good guy and a hell of a pickle maker. That guy makes some pickles, bread and butter pickles, spicy pickles. I watched him a couple years ago, and I knew then I wanted to try the pickles. They're easy. I started researching some refrigerator pickles, so I did them last year. I was very happy with them, except that I didn't make enough of them. So we're going to revisit it this year, and we're going to get our jars washed and sterilized first. We are using some jars that do not have sealing rings and sealing lids, but these are refrigerator pickles, so they're not going to be required to have that specific type top that goes into a vat of hot water to create that seal. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get some jars washed first, and we'll bring you right back. Alright, we are back. So I didn't know how much of this brine juice I was going to need, so I just went with 10 quarts of it. It's basically 1 quart of water to 1 cup of water to 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Most people just use white regular vinegar. I'm a big fan of the apple cider vinegar. I don't mind the color that it gives the cucumbers, pickles in this case. I'm not scared. So about 10 cups of each in here right now, roughly, because I don't know how much is going to be used for the jars. You can't go by quart-sized jars because by the time you get all the cucumbers in there and everything, it's not going to hold a quart of liquid. So if I can pan over here without shaking y'all up too much, some of the dill pickles I have in a pan of water, actually in the freezer right now because I forgot to put them in there ahead of time in the refrigerator, so I wanted them to stay chilled. They say the trick to a crisp pickle is to let it soak in cold water for a couple hours. So I'm accelerating the process by putting it in the freezer right now, and I'll keep an eye on them because obviously I don't want them to freeze up. So we're going to go ahead and bring our brine up to a boil. I got some dill this morning from the Amish, so can't get no fresher than that. And so in this pan, I'm also going to add salt and sugar. So the recipe says for 1 quart of a pickle brine, you add 1 cup of water and 1 cup of vinegar, as we already touched base. But they also say 1 tablespoon of sea salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar per that 1 cup. So let me get to measuring here, and we'll bring it right back. All right, we are back. So in here I already have, just lost it, but As you can see, some salt and sugar in here already. That's half the mixture. So this is the other 5 tablespoons of the salt. And this is the other 5 tablespoons of the sugar. Love these things. Miss Booger 500, she has a air frying cooking channel, but it's mostly for air fryers. She uses these things, and I said, man, these are so great. You just throw them in the sink when you're done. Don't have to worry about all that clanging and breaking something else. But we're going to get this salt and sugar dissolved, and we'll bring you back. Right now I've got my onion already cut up. I really messed up bad. I thought I had red onion, but all I had was white onion, so we're going to make it work. Got 1 full head of garlic. As you can see, I have plenty more. This is the garlic that I actually bought from the Amish this morning. I didn't use that. I used one of these other ones I had around because they're a little bit older. And wanted to use them up. So let's get back to cooking. All right. We're probably ready. I don't feel anything going on in the bottom. I'm sure all this is dissolved. So that's really all you got to do is that when you put that salt and sugar in there, you're just heating it up to make sure that it dissolves good enough. You have to let this cool down before you put it in your jars. You don't want to cook your cucumbers while they're in the jar. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to allow this to cool down, and we'll bring you back. So let me go a little further with this cutting the bud and not bud end. The reason that some people will say cut the bud end off of the flower or off the cucumber, again the dark dried up looking end, they say that if you don't cut that end off, your cucumber will turn into a mushy pickle. I don't know, I haven't tried it any other way. Some people say that's not true, they haven't cut them off before, but I'm just going to err on the safe side. As I said, it worked for me last year. I just ran across this cucumber that I'm going to show you. That is the bud end, the flower. You can actually see that the flower is somewhat still there, and that would be the end in which this cucumber was picked from. That's the stem. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, but I had to do what I have to do. Let's get this stuff done. So I didn't show you everything I have or what I made. I have just straight dill. Then I have spears that are spicy dill. I have slices that are spicy dill. Hopefully this will show up, not spill it. It looks a little cloudy, but that's because I use a distilled apple cider vinegar. I don't use regular white vinegar. This is a dill only, not a spicy dill, but a dill, an onion, garlic, different colors, spicy, banana pepper, and dill. And all that seasoning will float to the bottom eventually. Get you another one. This is whole gherkin spicy dill. And you'll find out here in a minute why I'm calling them spicy. These are the spicy baby gherkins. I haven't even shooken any of these jars up yet, garlic and onion. So in the bottom of the jar, I'm going to go in with onion. However much you want, you can put more, you can put less. I'm going to cut up some garlic. Oop. I'm going to cut up some garlic to go into it. I'm going to put couple sprigs of dill. This is the dill I got this morning from the Amish. And then just start packing the jar of the cucumbers. Everybody's going to be different. Go ahead and put a couple more slices of garlic into it. You want to. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to stuff some more of these pickling cucumbers into the jar. And you're going to have to stuff them in there. I can get this another one in there, but we're gonna try it. Oh yeah. This is my secret ingredient. Not a secret no more. This is Amish. Man, damn on camera. This is Amish hot pepper relish. I put 1 good teaspoon of that in there. This is just a peppercorn. Now there's some in that pickling seasoning already, but I like adding a few more. This will also spice things up for you, kick them up a little bit. And then I will come in with my pickling seasoning. And I'll put 1 heavy tablespoon of the pickling seasoning in there. Then you take your pickling brine and just pour it in. Again, be careful to not use the pickling brine hot out of the pan, the pot in which you boiled it in. Now I'll take and just pour it. Change my hands because I'm blocking the view. Is that better? Almost. So I'll take and pour this in there and pour it over top of the pickling season for no other reason than maybe to start getting it to settle down in there a little bit. I'll put the lids on them. You can put the lids on them, but shake the jars, and once you get it to settle in a little bit, you're probably going to have to top all these jars off again with some more of that pickling brine. We'll bring it right back. Oh, I forgot. This one is special. It's going to get the dill spice flour top. All right, we'll bring it back. All right, y'all, sorry I had to handle it the way I did. It was just a lot more than I figured it was going to be. I did a whole lot more pickles this year than I did before, but there's a lot to the process. If I showed you each and every jar, it would have been a 2-hour-long video, if not more. So I showed you the process, but just not each and every jar. That's going to do it for us. I can't wait to get into these things now. The brining juice was just enough. I couldn't believe it. I thought I was going to have way too much, and I ended up having just enough. But that was 12 cups of pickle brining to 12 quarts of pickles and 4 pints of pickles. So now I have something to refer back to in the future when I do these again. I have no doubt these are going to be great. They were great before. That jalapeno hot pepper relish from the Amish, it takes these things over the top. I couldn't believe it. I only did like 4 jars last year, and once I tasted them, they didn't last no time at all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to Give us a thumbs up to like the video if you did. And should you want to, push that subscribe button. It helps the channel out. Hey, I'm Lance. Thank you. Hope you see you come back.